I'm a sports nutrition performance analyst. So we do the nutrition assessment depend upon the goal of the athlete, also the coach, and also we get reference from the doctor. And also if the biochemical parameters are not good, then we also get a reference from there also, so that we will include that in our diet. So यहाँ पे we have a cycling menu which we are following here, and depends on we have a vast menu here in the NIS, so which could give them a better options on what they want and how it is, and we have included in all types of diets here from the south to north. We have all types of food here so that none of the athletes feel any like a discrimination or like they don't want it. So we do have a nutrition assessment based on this form. So this is not a standardized form, but we have regulated in our NIS for our own purpose. So in this we get a basic information regarding the demographic data of that athlete. तो क्या कौन सा डिसिप्लिन में हो, कितना वेट में हो, नॉट इन वेट, और व्हाट कैटेगरी इट इज़ इन दैट स्पोर्ट, एंड क्या है अपकमिंग कॉम्पिटिशन्स, and what is his or her highest achievement, so that we know about that athlete's profile more. And what the first thing we do is अगर कुछ क्या like is that person is in the rehab phase or in the injury, or that person is having a lot of cramps. So depending on that we do a diet plan seriously on that, because that helps into their speedy recovery and for their better performance. So next we go into the female oriented questions like menstrual things. So we ask about how often they get it and what is the frequency of getting it, either monthly or like 2 months in once, and what is the cramps intensity, and how they are nauseous about when they are having periods, or what is his craving about it. So we ask generally all about the female oriented questions to an athlete. And when it comes to the next is gut issues. So gut has a major involvement in the performance. So we ask about what kind of food is being like accepted in your stomach. Do they have any gut irritation, gastrointestinal problems? Do they have vomiting after having a particular food, or like do they have any food allergies? So if yes, what it will be, and how is that reaction is. For some it might be just a rashes, some it can be a like we will grade it from the light to the heavy side of that allergy. And next we goes to the sleep. So in sleep we see is that how much hours of sleep do they have, अगर उस sleep में क्या है उसका quality of sleep. So quantity भी अगर 8 घंटे का है तो there might be a 4 to 5 hours का quality sleep, which is not necessary for, like which is very like minimal for their recovery. So we ask how often you sleep, get up in the sleep, and how frequently you just get it, and कितने घंटे के बाद you just get the next cycle of sleep. So this gives an idea about how often they get up and what can we include, so that it will improve their sleep. And next we goes into the training के बाद कितने घंटे सोते हैं, so that also helps in their recovery process. Also we ask about अगर ट्रेनिंग के अलावा क्या करते हैं, मतलब अगर कुछ रिक्रिएशन एक्टिविटीज़ है, ड्राइंग है, कितना फ़ोन टाइम है उसका, तो कितना गेम्स का लाइक दे आर एडिक्टेड टू गेम्स, तो कितने घंटे का फ़ोन यूज़ करते हैं, एंड व्हाट इज़ द अदर वॉकिंग और रनिंग और विथ एनी अदर एक्टिविटी अदर दैन द ट्रेनिंग वी आस्क फॉर, because it helps in our energy expenditure calculations. So this helps while we are preparing any diet plan. So next we goes to the training. So हर एक sport का training is different, intensity is different, duration is different. तो उस हिसाब से we ask कि कितना घंटे का training है, अगर high intensity का भी, so what is the duration of that high intensity in that particular sport, and how often they have rest days in 1 week. So this gives an idea about what is their sport and कितने घंटे का spend करते हो, how much they are giving in effort. And also we get an ask about the बीच में जो rest लेता है, हर एक bout में they take a rest. So how often it is and how it is helping for the next one. So that also gives an idea about the resting things. And next we comes to the food patterns, like whether that person is vegetarian, non-vegetarian, ovo-vegetarian, and lacto-vegetarian. So depending on that, so that we can put the diet plan. We never insist any of the athlete to have, अगर vegetarian है तो we should have non-vegetarian, because we only go for the whatever their pattern is being like. And we also ask about likes and dislike of particular food which is being served here. So that also helps in us to put good food, because if that person is not liking this food, and if putting that food in the diet plan is very it's not good, and also it won't implement also. So based on that we see for, and we also see how many meals they have it. एक दिन में कितना meals we have, 4 including the snacks. Major is 3 meals. तो उस meals में few athletes will skip, क्योंकि sleep की वजह से, ट्रेनिंग की वजह से, शायद धूप की वजह से, so they tend to skip the meal. So we ask कितना, एक हफ्ते में कितनी बार वो मिस करता है और क्या है रीज़न उसका. So we could do something to resolve that. Then we go majorly for the supplements. So क्या क्या supplements ले रहे हैं, कितने क्वांटिटी में ले रहे हैं और कब ले रहे हैं. So that is a big thing कि कब और कितना. So we ask about on the weekly basis that also, because our rest में शायद they won't take it. So that also gives an idea about क्या क्या supplements वो ले रहे हैं. And next is the hydration.
Do the supplements affect adversely?
Sorry?
Do the supplements affect adversely?
Yes, it do, because there is a particular
So
rate.
most of the athletes are, I think, they are taking protein shakes, protein powders.
Yeah, so it depends upon the duration when they have to take and how much they have to take. So next is the fluid. So fluid, it comes milk, water, electrolytes or the lemonades, whatever you are having in the fluid thing, it comes under the sessions of the fluid. So we ask about morning में कितना पानी पीता है और evening की morning training and also evening training, because depends upon the climatic condition, the water intake also changes. Also the intensity, we also ask about the light intensity में कितना लेता है और rest में कितना, और high intensity moderate में कितना पानी पीता है. So that also gives an idea about the average, how much they are having in total. Also we ask about the urine color, so that they only evaluate their water intake. And we also do the sweat rate analysis. That also we are scheduling on depending upon the sport, so that we also get to know that कितना sweat उसका sport में कितना intensity में है, तो how much the sweat is being utilized by that athlete. So that is being taken individually. And then we go for the dietary recall. So that is on the 7-day recalls, because we have a fixed menu. So depending upon that, from morning till night, what they are having and how much they are having. So ये सब details बना के we do it in the DietCal software. So उस software में we can see about the macro and micro intakes of that particular athlete, and then we calculate about the energy expenditure. We also collaborate with the biochemistry, so we get to know that these parameters all are fine and good. अगर नहीं है तो we have to implement it on the dietary things. अगर Andrew का भी, if it depends upon his goal, अगर weight कम करना है, then we have to see what parameters is higher on what where. So these things should be taken care while we are doing the diet plan. We also do the consultation after preparing the diet plan. We also talk with the coaches with regards to their performance before giving the diet plan, also the after performance evaluation. We after providing the diet plan, it's not always giving, but also we are monitoring. So we monitor, we will be going to the mess visit, like daily, twice we go and we interact with the athlete. So we know what type of diet they are taking, what is there in the plate. So we ask about oftenly how much you are taking. So these things will help us to do the monitoring, and we also do a review monitoring session separately here and do. So if it's not working, then we do accordingly. So next is we have a research kitchen next by. So we do have a granola bar till now we have generated. So which it is not always about the nutritional things, right? It's always about the sensory things like taste, how it looks, is it appealing or not, how it tastes and everything. So depending on that, we do have a sensory evaluation testing which is being here. So in that we have coaches, we have athletes, and the faculties comes here and do a sensory evaluation on that product. And if it is well and good and with all the parameters, then we do implement in our bakery in a larger amount, and we give it to the athletes. So yeah, these are the things which we are doing, and we also do have field visit, which gives a better input on their performance, because we can communicate with the coach, with the sport, and also with the athlete how fastly they are doing everything. So we can also do it in that way. So these are the things which we are doing in our NIS.
I have two questions. One is like vegetarian food और नॉन वेजिटेरियन फूड एज स्पोर्ट्स पर्सन को कैसे वो इम्पैक्ट करती हैं वो चीजें. कुछ स्पोर्ट्स में जैसे पावर और प्रोटीन की जहाँ पे रिक्वायरमेंट मैक्सिमम ज्यादा, वो लोग बोलते हैं कि नॉन वेजिटेरियन खाना नहीं पड़ेगा. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू योर एस्पेक्ट क्या कितना इफेक्ट डालती हैं वो चीजें? क्या एक वेजिटेरियन एथलीट बहुत अच्छे लेवल पे परफॉर्म कर सकता है ओलंपिक्स एंड कॉमनवेल्थ?
Yeah, we do have, I think, vegetarian athletes who have performed in the Olympic levels also. So it is like we have both the vegetarian and non-vegetarian athletes here, and we have what are the options which we can given for the vegetarian and also for the non-vegetarian. So depending on that only we are generating a menu so that will meet their recommendation for that per day. So that's what we are doing. We are not having any like this is higher and this is lower. This is because the absorption is better when we tell about the non-vegetarian, but it's not like we can't meet the requirement of a vegetarian in terms of protein.
Second question is if you talk about the food, like I simply take one example. एक गिलास दूध, तो यहाँ पर हम एक गिलास दूध की न्यूट्रिशनल वैल्यू आपकी लैब के अकॉर्डिंग निकालेंगे तो वो सब कुछ ठीक है, बट वो कौन सा दूध आप किसके अकॉर्डिंग, वो जो पैकेट में आता है उस दूध की बात कर रहे हैं या फिर जो नेचुरली सोर्स से आता है उस दूध की बात कर रहे हैं? सो यहाँ पे बहुत सारी आई थिंक की वेरी करती होंगी चीजें, तो उसको आप कैसे जज करेंगे?
So we have gone for the best quality milk. That is, we have
No,
here.
I'm not asking about that. Your this institutions. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the fact.
What would
Like
you like to suggest?
It's about like when if you are homemade, and it will be better for the nutritional value. When you go for the process, there will be a difference.
so आपकी लैब जो बोलती है वो जो नेचुरल हम गाय हम रखें घर पे या भैंस रखें और उससे जो दूध निकलेगा वो ही उसी के अकॉर्डिंग आप लोग जो न्यूट्रिशन वैल्यू देते हैं उसी के अकॉर्डिंग है ना वो?
That is there. So we always for the grass food, the whatever the milk which get in. But here also we give about the quality of the milk, because we are from the directly from the work production. So we get a bulk of milk from there, which is also a good quality, which is also a nearby production area. So we get it from there directly here. So
And some allergy food, how they affect? Sorry, आपका नंबर आएगा. एलर्जीज हैं किसी को, नेसेसरी है कोई भी फूड स्पोर्ट्स के अकॉर्डिंग, बट एलर्जीज हैं उस पर्टिकुलर पर्सन को, तो उसको कैसे आप उसका सब्स्टिट्यूट कैसे?
it depends upon that particular food. If it is the person is having like paneer, if that person is paneer is toxic for that person, then we will do an alternative for the next option, which is good for the terms of the nutritional thing. And we can't insist that person to eat because they might be having a very bad experience with that food. So it depends on that person also. We can slowly implement with the little amount so that there won't be any allergy reactions. This depends upon personalized thing.
थैंक यू सो मच.
मैम एक्चुअली आई हैव वन क्वेरी एक्चुअली जैसे जनरली बोला जाता है कि पर पर्सन जो अगर वेट की बात करते हैं तो प्रोटीन इंटेक हमारा पर ग्राम होना चाहिए. सपोज आई एम 65 समथिंग तो 65 ग्राम होता है. बट ये डिपेंड करता है आपके वर्कआउट में या आपकी लाइफ स्टाइल कैसी है, साइंटिफिक लाइफ स्टाइल है या इंटरमीडिएट कर रहे हैं, इंस्टेंस वर्कआउट कर रहे हैं, तो आप कैसे टीचर करोगे एक नॉर्मल व्यक्ति के लिए कि अगर वो नहीं करता बहुत ज़्यादा वर्कआउट देन उसका प्रोटीन इंटेक ये पर ग्राम का उसके लिए भी रहेगा?
Yeah, there is a recommendation for the sedentary person. That is 0.8 gram per day.
0.5 something like
Yeah.
this. Okay.
So that is the basic sedentary person. अगर because previously it was 1 gram per kg body weight. So after the research it was found that this much is not required for a sedentary person, so it has been required to the 0.8 gram per kg. So it depends upon the intensity.
The second question जैसे सर ने पूछा, जैसे I am the vegetarian, but sometimes people say कि lean protein and the protein, right? तो हम जब ले रहे हैं fat का और protein नहीं हो जाता है. But if we are taking the pulses, having pulses in something, तो उसके साथ कब भी जाता है. अगर हम lean protein की बात करें तो lean protein non-veg में ही आता है, वो हमारे vegetarian diet में ही आता है. तो उसको हम कैसे verify कर सकते हैं, कैसे उस चीज पे
See, it is about how much the portion you are having. So अगर 100 grams ले रहे हो, 200 grams ले रहे हो, there is a difference on their thing. And protein should be divided on a daily basis. It should not be like in a one meal I am having protein.
Right.
So it is always when you are dividing the protein depend upon your meal time. So that gives an like proper intake for that particular person in a meal.
Thank you, ma'am. Actually, some protein are complex, like जैसे milk protein generally